If you went back to Hackney, there'd be a lot of pressures on you.
Yeah, a lot of. I was robbing a lot of drug dealers before I come in, so there's always that chance that, because I've moved on doesn't mean to say that they've moved on, and they might still hold a grudge against me, as would be understandable, and I'm not prepared for any to take a risk on any repercussions for my past behaviours, so I'm having to just totally up and move to a whole different area and start a whole new life, because I've done too much to lose it in one foul swoop.
If you look back to the beginning of the story, you're a man in his early 30s, impatient to get out and get cracking, aren't you? But
Yeah.
the story must have a beginning for you in your mind, where the set of choices that followed kind of got cracking. How old are you at that point?
I'm about 8. When I was kicked out of school when I was 8, I mean, a lot of stuff was going on at home. My dad was very violent and abusive to me and my mum, not so much my sister. And my mum used to drink a lot, and there was always arguments and always fights, and I was always getting knocked about for anything. I might take a spanner from my dad's toolbox and leave it out in the garden because I'd just fixed my bike, and I wanted to ride it and test it out, and because I left it there I'd get a beating. So that childhood was, I can't remember any happy memories. I mean, I couldn't even sit and cuddle my mum. If my dad saw me sitting next to my mum and I was looking for some attention, he'd tell me to get up, you're a man, you shouldn't be sitting with your mum, go in your bedroom and do something. So I wasn't able to express my soft, kind of passionate nature side, with my mum. I wasn't able to express that with her, and I think that's where it all started.
And knives, when did you first get introduced to knives?
I was really young. I just had a fascination with knives from a young age. I'd go out and buy little pen knives and all sorts of. I'd have a box full of different kind of knives and that I brought or found or stole off one of my friends. And I don't know what the fascination was. It just held this. I suppose it was kind of like the best. If you had the best knife and that, you was kind of like one of the guys in that, the biggest knife, the nicest knife, the one with a pearl handle on it. These kind of things was like, he was like, wow, yeah, you got a wicked knife there, man, I like that knife. And it was more kind of like a fashion accessory.
Are you in a black gang or a mixed gang?
Where I'm from, Hackney is predominantly black area, and I used to move. When I mean move, I used to associate with majority of black guys, black Jamaicans. So it was kind of like everybody had a knife. If you didn't, there was something wrong.
Did you have other weapons as well?
Not to start off with. I mean, as the years progressed, it lent on to us carrying firearms with us. I think I was about 13 or 14 when I first had my first ever shotgun. And that was used in robberies and stuff, street robberies and stuff like that. Because, it was the choice of kind of having a knife and say, yeah, you pull out a knife and someone see that, and there's always that chance of them, thinking, oh, well, it's only a knife, I might be able to escape if I can do this or do that. But when, it's a power thing as well. I think a lot of it is to do with power and dominating the situation with knives, and even more so with guns. During the reflections of my life, there must have been some sort of insecurity in myself as a person to have to carry a knife, to feel big and hard and
What was the
kind of
general line around your peer group about carrying a knife? Was it that you just did, or was it that it's for protection? Was it because you're going to do somebody?
It was a combination of both of them. One of them is just everyone had knives. Everyone in my age group and older, and everyone carried knives. And excuse me, you got like rival estates. There's a lot of estates where I'm from, and you've got a rival estate, and you're passing through their territory, and you just get like 7, 8, 10 guys just rushing down, and it's that thing, you had to have a knife on you to protect yourself, because you'd either be a victim or make someone a victim, and the way it was then is that I'm not going to be a victim, even though I've been stabbed a couple of times. But
Was it generally thought that as life went along, you would be getting involved in quite a lot of violence, and there would be serious incidents, there might be deaths?
I've been in situations like that where people have been seriously hurt, and I never foresaw that. I didn't ever think that, I might be doing a street robbery, a knife point robbery, and then some guy turns around and says, "No, I'm not giving you my wallet. I'm not going to give you my wallet. This is my money. I've worked hard for this." And then what do? You've got your friend there saying, "Go on, do him, just do him, just do him." And if you don't, you're kind of shunned out of that group because you never met their expectations. And that was my whole life. I was always getting shunned away, and I didn't really want to be shunned away. I wanted to be accepted. I never had that acceptance at home in my home life, so I was striving for this acceptance of people, and it didn't matter what I had to do as long as I was getting this acceptance of these people. And I've done some horrific things to people, especially to do with knives. When I've been out of my head on drugs, and I just wanted a bit more money to go and get some drugs, and it didn't really matter who you was, where you come from, young, old. If you never give me what I wanted, I've used knives in situations like that.
So, how old are you when you get involved in drugs in a serious way?
I'm 15. Started smoking crack cocaine when I was 15.
Was that the big bad decision of your life?
That was the worst decision of my life. Absolutely the worst decision. That drug is so evil, man. It's just destroyed me. Turned me into this monster. Not caring about myself or anything. This hunger to feed my habit was stronger than any other hunger, and and of course the paranoia that I was suffering from, the crack psychosis that I was suffering from. Someone would just look at me walking across the street, and I'd run over and I'd put a knife in them, just because they was looking at me. And it's not. I don't think it's me in nature. This is me how I am. I'm a loving, caring person. But the minute I pick up a drug like that, it's like Jekyll and Hyde.